Hey, Cain from Perimeter Roofing. This is Joel from JND SEO. And I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And we spoke briefly earlier, Cain. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. But at the end of the video, you'd like to hear some more information, we'll just set up a quick little phone call, 5 or 10 minutes. And if not, I'm going to give you some free tips right in here that you could actually use right on your site. All right, so the first thing we'll talk about today is content. The second thing we'll talk about is citations. And the third thing is backlinks. So starting with content, and I'm going to actually compare your site with one of the sites that's kind of performing, one of the top performers in the area for Google right now. So we can kind of see what they're doing, and basically the idea would be to try to beat them, right? To figure out how to get ahead of them and get some of the, engagement that they're getting online. So first thing is content. Google recommends having about 1,500 to anywhere around 2,000 words of content on their homepage. The reason that they want so much is that the more you have, Google sees it as you're giving away a lot of kind of free information, and that's what they really want. That's what they're really basically looking for, because they're trying to they want websites to give something back to their site. Essentially, it's something for free, right? So comparing yours, you definitely don't have the 1,500, but let's take a look at Superior Roofing, who they're one of the top results in the area. And you can see they also do not have anywhere near the 15 to 2,000 words here. They do have a blog, which will help for some of that, because blogs also give back to, online, because basically people go to those to try to learn something, or it has tips and strategies in it, and Google really, really likes that. So basically Google will rank you higher if you have that. But the other reason that you do want that much content is that the more content you have, the more keywords and keyword phrases you can put into that. And so what people search on Google when they're looking, for example, a roofing company or a service, is they're searching keywords, right? So for my example, I've just put in roofing Columbus, Georgia, an area that you guys obviously work in. This is what new customers would also search. As you can see, I didn't put a specific company in. Basically just a service backed up with a location. First thing they would see would be these ads. And the second thing brings us to our second topic or tip, which is citations. So the next thing they're going to see, the second thing on the page, is the map section, or the GMB, which stands for Google My Business, as it's commonly called. And these are all based on citations. And the way to basically get on this little preview window, and you can view all and see the rest, is you just have to have your business name, address, and phone number all submitted to directory sites. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. Also, social media also works for this. So if you link your Facebook page to this, if you link an Instagram page, LinkedIn, YouTube, did I miss any? Twitter, and any of those could also work as citations. And the key with those is you just have to have the information exactly the same. So for instance, Copper Roofing here, they have LLC on theirs. If they didn't put LLC on one of those, it wouldn't link properly and it wouldn't count. So you have to have it exactly. Or if they have an and like this one, you can't write the word and on one and the symbol on the other. It has to be exactly the same in order for it to count for that. After that, we're going to get to the organic section, so we start seeing the website show up. You'll also see some directories in here. So just to kind of give you a quick example, because we'll talk about this in a minute. Roofing Columbus, Georgia. For that key phrase there, or keyword, number 1 goes to the Better Business Bureau, which is a directory. 2, Home Advisor, another directory. 3, Yelp, another directory. And what that actually means is if the top results are all directories in an area, they're actually really easy to beat. A lot of people think directories are difficult to beat, but they're actually quite easy if you just have some really good high quality backlinks and referring domains, because Google actually prefers that a local company is the number 1 result instead of a directory. So they're actually quite easy to beat. So that's actually a really good sign for what we're seeing here. So next, I've taken your website, columbus.perimeterroofing.com, plugged it into a program I use called Eris, which just helps me kind of analyze your site. I can see you've got your headers up here, which is really good. This helps Google to find you a little bit, a couple keywords as well, and Perimeter Roofing here as well with your name. So going down, now we'll talk about the third tip, which is referring domains and backlinks. So basically referring domains are just websites that you have links on. When people click those links, it's going to redirect them back to your site. So those are the backlinks. So right now you have 10 links on 6 different sites. And that's pretty common. And what we see here is our trust. The stronger these are, the more trust you're going to have in the area and power. So I can tell that yours are pretty decent considering you don't have a ton right now. If you do add citations, those also count as backlinks. So if you added like your Facebook page and all those, that would help build this up as well. And even if you don't have like an Instagram page, if you make one that even looks kind of serviceable, that will still help you as well. And these work kind of as these websites vouching for you. So the more sites that you have vouching for you with referring domains, the stronger it makes your site look, which helps it rank higher. Then you have 28 keywords right now. These are like what we found on our search, roofing, Columbus, Georgia. And these are what really bring you in the visitors. And right now your 28 keywords are bringing you 10 visitors to your site per month. So what I'm going to do now is run over to the competition over here, Superior Roofing. And you can see they don't have their headers up here, which definitely would help them more. They do have a little more trust in the area because you see they have a lot more referring domains and backlinks. So they basically have more sites vouching for them. So they have 62 referring domains and 215 backlinks. So a little bit, they have about 3 and change per website there, their links. 703 keywords, and that's bringing them about 106 visitors to their site per month. So they do have a lot of keywords. You'd really actually expect to have a little more traffic based on those keywords. They probably have some that maybe aren't quite as strong. So let's go back to your keywords real quick. Let's just take a look at what you currently are ranking for. We see roofing, Columbus, Georgia. This is a really good one for bringing in new customers because obviously you can see it doesn't have a specific company. And that's really good because it's going to bring in the new customers, and that's usually where growth comes from. So 200 people right now search this phrase exactly like this keyword. And you're in position 11 for that. So there's 10 results that show up per page of results in the organic section. So 11 is going to put you right at the top of the first page. Now, the higher your position, the bigger percentage you'll get of that volume. So what we're seeing right now is that being in position 11 at the top of the second page, you're actually pulling about 3.5 visitors per month from that 200. So it's a really small percentage right now, between like 1 and 2% that you're getting. If you're like number 1, you can pull in between 20 and 35% of that volume to your site. So we've actually found that most people won't go to page 2. And if you do a Google search, often I ask people, how often do you go to page 2? And the answer is not that often. So even though you do have some good keywords right now, what we're kind of seeing is that you're ranking a little bit further back. So we do have 2 here, a 10s and a 9, which will put you on the first page, but towards the end of it. So honestly, you want to get in the top 10 for all of these, and the more of those you have, you'll start to really collect these visitors here. So let's just run over quickly. I don't want to take too much time. To Superior Roofing, let's just see what they've got going on. They've got roofing, Columbus, Georgia, 200 visitors. They're number 4, so you can kind of see the difference here. At number 4, they're getting 17 visitors from that 200, so it's a higher percentage, between like 8 and 9 there. But again, it's not like a crazy amount here. And if we look here at Superior Roofing, Auburn, Alabama, so I guess they're also down there, 40. Number 1, you can see 13 out of 40. It's obviously a much higher percentage there. So if you have keywords with your name in it, that's not a bad thing. It means they know who you are, which just means they're probably not new customers. They're more likely referrals, people who saw your signs and searched you by name. But so you kind of want to have a blend of both. So they also have roofers, Columbus, Georgia. Out of 100, they're ranked number 6, so right after the middle, and they're getting about 6 of the 100, so 6%. Still, obviously, top 3 is going to give you the best return on those. And we know that right now your area is dominated by the citations and the directories, so not that hard to get ahead of, and it wouldn't actually be that hard to get ahead of Superior Roofing either. All right, so even adding a couple keywords, probably adding 3 to 4, and getting you ranked in the top 3 should bring about 100 visitors to your site. 100 visitors usually translates anywhere between maybe like 20 and 30 phone calls. But let's just call it 20 phone calls. How many of those would you turn into estimates? How many of those, would turn into more jobs for you per month, even if it's only 2 jobs per month? Obviously, that makes a difference. And we'd obviously be trying to get you more than 100 visitors anyway. But now that you have the information, there's really three things you can do with it. Number one, if you're not looking to grow or build your company, obviously you don't have to do anything. Number two, if you have someone that you kind of use now, show them this video. There's a lot of tips in it. It might help them out, help you out. Number three, if you don't have anyone you're currently using or you're not really happy with who you do have, then give me a call and we'll just set up a quick little phone call and just see if it's even a good fit for us to work together. But thank you for your time. Really appreciate it, Cain, and you have a great day.